and the Metropolitan Police. If you hear anywhere, and you surely you will, but this is not a live investigation, it is a blatant lie. I'm personally in touch with them through the legal teams, through the group that's organised all this, and I can categorically state 100% this is a live investigation of Hammersmith's CID. These leaflets here we've got here, in the red trolley at the bottom next to the light papers, feel free to help yourself. We've got 5,000 of these to hand out in the Leeds City Centre today to get the general public to look into this because it is real. There is over 1,000 pages of incriminating evidence which is irrefutable. The information is there to blow this whole scam getting apart. Please get this information out there as best you can. If you need a left over, hand them to your neighbours, your friends, do it door-to-door drop. You can print these off from freedrum.uk.org. If you go there, there's loads of leaflet resource there. Hand them out at the will. We need to wake the people up, the public up to what is going on. Just quickly, I want to apologise about the sound system. We did our best to organise, but we had to revert to this because it was cancelled afterwards, so apologies about that. Right, okay, in here, what we're going to do today, we're going to visit the BBC. We're going to serve notice on Rosina Breen, who is the head of the North of the BBC. There's a covering letter here, which I wrote last night for her, which is nice and pleasant. We then have a notice of obligation, according to English constitutional law. We have a notice of intent to harm, aiding domestic terrorism and crimes against humanity. We then have the public announcement regarding the COVID-19 scandal. Hugely significant allegations have been made and serious crimes being committed by a number of UK government ministers, civil servants, heads of the news network, etc. Crimes cited are misfeasance and misconduct in public office, conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm, conspiracy to administer a poisonous and noxious substance to cause serious harm and death, gross negligence manslaughter, corporate manslaughter, corruption, fraud, blackmail, murder, conspiracy to commit murder, terrorism, genocide, torture, crimes against humanity, false imprisonment, multiple breaches of human rights, war crimes, multiple breaches of the Nuremberg Code 1947, multiple breaches of the Human Rights Act 1998, and treason will also be added. There is also in there from the World Council for Health an immediate stop to the COVID-19 experimental. That is a cease and desist order. There is also a letter from PJH Law to stop the injections immediately. And Dr. Sam White is behind that one. There is also in the back an application being made to the International Criminal Court for violations of the Nuremberg Code, violations of the Rome Statutes. Perpetrators include Boris Johnson, Chris Whitty, Matt Hancock, Sajid Javid, June Ray, Ted Ross, Mr. William Gates III, Melinda Gates and others. Also in there is a letter, a copy of a letter which has been sent to every single chief constable in the UK. Okay, the complaint of gross negligent manslaughter and serious misconduct in public office were accepted and a crime number issued accordingly, and it goes on. There is also a copy of the latest yellow card data from the government's website, stating that 1.4 million adverse reactions have been reported and 1,932 fatalities as a direct result of these injections. And that represents between 1 and 10% because the reporting is not accurate. And then also is a copy of the latest Freedom of Information request that's on the Exposure's website from the Office of National Statistics, where it was requested that they gave us the amount of people who have died directly of COVID-19 with no underlying causes. From February 2020 to December 2021, that was 6,000. To put that into context, the BBC and other media networks are spouting 150,000. In 2020 alone, there was 5,700 suicides. So it is a scandemic. The last thing that is in this pack, just to refute all the claims that this case has not been assigned, it's not a live investigation, because apparently anybody can get a reference number, is the latest protocols from the government's website stating when and how a crime number is referenced. It's all in here, it's all in the pack, you can get it on the government's website. If the crime number has been released, it is a live investigation. End of story. So we've got one of those packs there for the BBC. We've also got one for Alex Mahan, who is the CEO of Channel 4. Because they don't do news at Channel 4 at the Majestic here, I thought, well, why not ask the CEO? She can filter it down to the rest of her people and we can go from there. The other one we have got here, and I would like a volunteer from the local constabulary, please. If one of you at the back can get hold of one of these police officers, please. I would like one of these police constables to come up here and take some evidence, please, for a crime that's been committed. Officers, we would like to report a crime. Can you come and take some evidence, please?
Do your job! Do your job! Do your job! Do your job!
Police officers?
You public terror!
Yeah, I can do that. Need your opinion, officer, please. Is Lee around, officers? I can see him chatting to someone, probably giving directions. I'll go down there and see him if they're not going to come to us, but these are exactly the same documents. These documents are addressed to John Robbins, the Chief Constable of West Yorkshire Police. I'm sure they can get them to him. If they don't, I will drop them around the corner at the Central Police Station. Right, while I'm doing this, we've got a gentleman from Stanley Park in Leeds. Mark Sykes is here. Would like to say a few words. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day. Just a quick one. When we do get to the BBC, I'll be going in there to serve the documents. We have a couple of people with me with cameras just to video it all to get the evidence. Please do not rush in to get in the BBC and cause a distraction. Same with Channel 4. We're going to wait around in City Square while I go in there and do the same there. We've also been requested by the police that when we go down Park Row, the Beckett's Bank is full of Geordies and Leeds fans having a few tipples, so they would like us to stay to the left-hand side of the road and walk past so we don't cause any issues. They also told us today that this is an illegal gathering because we don't have notice. And we are breaking Section 11 of the Public Order Act. So, so look after yourselves, don't cause any issues. We won't anyway. We've got the truth on our side. Let's go out there and get our hand to them.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for attending today. My name's Mark.
Freedom!
I used to be a trade union activist for over 22 years. I worked with governments and politicians for a government that used to serve the people. But now it's the people that serve the government. The world has changed. Governments have changed. People have changed. They said it would be 3 weeks to flatten the curve, and that we were all in this together. Yet we stand divided. 18 months of failed lockdowns, businesses destroyed, families torn apart, mental health through the roof. Friends that have become strangers and strangers that have become foes. And for what? A scientifically engineered virus sponsored and aided by world governments that have left countless dead and economies in ruins. Those self-same governments have now introduced an experimental vaccine. And for many, it was a hope, it was a saviour, it was a chance to get back to normality. But normality comes at a price, and it's jab after jab after jab. Whereas people fear not getting the jab, which has become more dangerous than the virus itself. The vaccine is not without its side effects, and many have suffered. Lowered and suppressed immune systems, myocarditis, cancer, strokes, heart attacks, miscarriages, death. The government say that these cases are rare and so justified, whilst in the full receipt and knowledge knowing that this is happening. For those that didn't get the jab, it's been segregation and discrimination driven by the media. In some countries, they build internment camps. They lock down their people while the authorities abuse their human rights. If it amounts to a global genocide, those people, those governments, those complicit with their actions should be brought to account. 2 years later, we stand at a precipice. People are beginning to wake up, and when they do, they will realise all that has been taken away from them. And with that anger, with that knowledge, they will turn to their governments with rage.
Keep going, brother.
Our message is this. It's not governments that we need right now. It's leaders that prepare to put their heads on the shoulders of all those that dare not. Leaders that stand for trust and for honesty. With the freedom to choose without fear. These are the leaders that we want. And when that day comes, vaccinated and unvaccinated will stand together as a country, as an England that once stood together against tyranny and fascism. We will stand together again, because our message is this.
It's not a fucking vaccine.
Our
country,
our island, that once changed the world, will save the world. Because with one voice, we will say, and we will stand, and we will say that we stand for choice, that we fight for liberty, and that we will take back our freedoms to freedom!